Hello there, wonderful souls. Hi there, lovely souls, and welcome to your new tarot reading. So today I prepared something a little bit special for you. Basically, I've been feeling some really intense energies recently, even speaking with people, there's something happening. It feels like some sort of a huge shift is happening right now. However, this is a timeless reading. I am recording this mid-February 2023 though, but yes, it is a timeless reading. So if you found this video, maybe it's meant for you. And the question for this reading would be, if you're feeling stuck, what is the sort of a general messages that you need to know from your spirit guides today? So we're going to be looking into your current situation and then seeing if what kind of messages your spirits have for you. So as usual, I'm working with my Huru, which is an entity that I feel really connected to. And actually I would like to introduce the Isis Oracle cards. This is the book from it. This is the deck that I absolutely love working with. It's for my personal use. But today I'm sharing it with you because I felt really called to share that with you. And these cards are absolutely amazing because they are connected with the ancient Egyptians and anything to do with that. So if you are feeling drawn to ancient Egypt or Isis, Osiris, Horus, something like this, this is the reading for you. Yeah, and we're going to begin. So time to introduce the piles. We have pile 1, which is Eye of Horus, Awakening Divine Perception, and we have rose quartz here with some Reiki symbols engraved in it. I got these lovely stones in India, some of my favorites. And then we have Pyramid of Light, that's pile 2. Step your vibration deeper into love. We have clear quartz over here, if this is something that you would like to go for. And then we have pile 3, Divine Destiny, Path to the Divine Warrior. And this is moss agate. And again, this is a Reiki stone. It's got some Reiki symbols engraved in it. If this is the card that you're attracted to and the stone, then you know what to do. Have a look at the timestamps and choose your pile, and I will see you in the reading. Hey there, pile 1, you've chosen the Eye of Horus, Awaken in Divine Perception, and Rose Quartz with Reiki symbols. So first off, let's just put this one here and put the stone on the side. As I said before, I'm working with Huru, which is basically Horus in a way. And this divinity here I'm very connected with, so let's see what kind of messages he has for you. And I actually feel that in the book of Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild, it's really beautifully explained what this card stands for. So I'm just going to read the first paragraph. The Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. Now, this is a beautiful message. If you hear any sort of noises like such, I live in rural Europe, so basically there's wood chopping and stuff like this happening all day long. But we'll try to ignore that and just continue with this. So yeah, straight away, it feels like you are here for something bigger. There's some sort of a bigger purpose behind you. and you've been feeling it for quite some time now. Maybe even as a child, you've had this idea in your head that you're just here to do something bigger, something that feels extremely important, you know? And I definitely feel that this shift that's happening right now, maybe the feeling of you being stuck or you might feel like you're stagnating. This is all coming with the fact that right now there is something happening on a deeper level. There is some sort of a transformation, some sort of death and rebirth cycle happening right now. Anything inauthentic is falling away for you to be able to step more into your truest power, into your uniqueness. It's literally purging you from all the bullshit, let's put it that way. So I've pre-mixed the cards, I've pre-shuffled the cards, and I'm just going to lay down a sort of a general insight into where you are right now, what's happening with you, just to get a clear picture and a check-in. So if these cards resonate with you, if these beginning messages resonate with you, then I would stick with this pile, and if not, maybe check out some other piles. So we have Tsunami and Wake Up Call, Biblical. Then from Osho Tarot, we have the Creator. Let's put this a little bit like this so you can see the pictures. And I was guided to pull another card here from Osho Tarot, the Fool. And interestingly enough, then we also are working with the Muse Tarot today, and you have another Fool right over here. So let's put these two together so they can hang out. We have a boy and a girl happily walking into the unknown. And yeah, let's begin over here basically. So you can see that the Fool is the sort of a symbol of you walking into the unknown. But there is so much excitement. You feel like you're finally aligning yourself on your path. But you know that this is just the beginning. So basically you're needing to align a little bit more, and you're aware of that. But for now, there is sort of excitement, and you're feeling the new beginning coming in. You feel the upgrade happening, and you're so ready to shift. You might have been going through a few difficult things. If we go up to the Tsunami, the Wake Up Call, you know, this is quite a powerful card. It's definitely coming in to sweep you up and tumble you around and mush you up and then just spit you out, you know. But let's put it a little bit nicer. This is actually a very good card. It's a very good message. And it's to do with the fact that, yeah, maybe you needed a wake-up call, you know, like your life, the way it was going, it just wasn't going anywhere. You weren't feeling fulfilled by it, and you always had this idea that, yes, you're here to do something bigger, to raise the frequency of humanity, to make a difference in the world, and that's exactly right. And basically, you are a very old soul. The fact that we have a card here that's biblical suggests that you have been around sort of spiritual teachers throughout your lifetimes, and we're going way back, you know. So maybe you are religious or something like this, but I would say that this card is relating a little bit more to the fact that you know how these things go, you know how the spiritual awakenings go, you know how to basically not follow the crowd, but go with your inner gut and inner feeling, and then also follow sort of spiritual teachers and religions that really call to you. Basically, you are a very spiritual being, and this is only increasing now, you know. You've I feel like you've thrown yourself at the Creator's feet. You might have realized very recently that actually you are the God, you're divine, and everything else around you is divine. And you're starting to focus more on that. You're starting to cherish your divine nature a little bit more. Maybe you're taking better care of yourself. And this is the start of this new chapter in your life. It's basically seeing yourself as divine and seeing everyone else around you as that as well. And definitely not relying on any sort of social or religious structures to tell you how divine you are or how divine you aren't, because they do like to tell you that. So yeah, this is a very beautiful beginning of a new chapter for you. Of course, a few difficult patches on the way with all the rebirth, death, rebirth cycles. And I feel like you're so ready to step into your full power soon, to be able to help people, to be able to enlighten them, to bring them to a sort of bigger peace inside of themselves, you know. But you're still on the same journey right now, so just have patience with yourself. And we're going to pull these up as high as possible so we'll have some room for tarot cards. Okay, so I'm grabbing my Rider-Waite's tarot deck. I'm very loyal to these. I'm not moving away from them, even though their back is not the prettiest, but that's okay. We're going to be looking at the front anyways. Yeah, so I'm just shuffling these again. I have shuffled them before, but let's just do it again. And just ask about your current situation, where you're stuck, what's going on. And then after this, we're going to be bringing in some messages, how you can move on. What are your next steps out of the stagnation, out of the feeling stuck, and the sort of heavy energy that's happening. So let's have a look at your current situation. What's happening with you? One card fell out. We have 7 of Cups. And we have 6 of Cups. Already we have quite a few cups. And then we have the High Priestess. Oh my goodness me. I had a feeling this one was going to come up. One of my favorite cards. Favorite cards for sure, because I connect with it a lot. Then we have Justice here. We're going to bring out 2 more cards, unless we're being asked to do differently. Your current situation. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So straight away, we have a few cups over here. And I just feel like maybe recently you don't really know where to turn your head, you know? If I tune in with the energy field, I feel like there is some sort of mental or emotional sort of dissatisfaction in a way, or confusion. You're not really sure of where to go next, which is great because we will be having some advice very soon about that. But at the same time, again, you're feeling what your purpose is, and you're feeling that you're stepping into it, but at the same time, you're still so confused about where to go and what to do. And just try to maybe put aside the feelings just a little bit to focus what's in front of you, you know? It just seems like everything is looking so shiny and so promising. And you just feel like if you go down one path, you will completely miss out on the others. And you just feel like a lot of these paths are so important. And to be fair, the whole process here would be, maybe right now you're in this energy of really wanting for something and really trying to manifest some things and working really hard for it, you know? So it's getting you a little bit exhausted and a little bit tired. But the general idea here would be to remember that actually you have, you already have a lot. You already have everything that you need to continue on your journey, however, whichever shape that might take. So just relax a little bit, because remember that you have already done so much on yourself. You've worked so hard on yourself. So right now, it's not time to be confused. It's time to just calm down a little bit and go within and just notice how much you already have to give to the world around you. You have so much to contribute to people that are seeking any sort of guidance and help. And maybe you've already been doing this. You might have noticed that people are actually coming to you more and more, asking for advice, asking for guidance, even though you don't quite feel completely stable just yet in yourself, in your path, maybe a bit scattered and such. But just remember that everything that you've ever dreamed of, it's not outside of your reach. You've already achieved it. It's inside, and it's just waiting to crystallize now. It's just waiting for you to notice how much you've already accomplished, and that you do not need to go and get some more, basically, you know. And then here, it feels like maybe sometimes you're feeling tired because you feel like you already are such a giving person and you're giving so much. But remember that I'm just going to use the High Priestess here. The High Priestess is perhaps trying to remind you that it is about giving the information to people. It's about connecting them with their higher selves, with their divinity and stuff like this. But at the same time, don't forget that it's not supposed to be coming out of you. You're just a vessel for the divine to express itself through you. And once you're realizing that, you will be much more in tune with the fact that you cannot be emptied, because you're just a vessel, you know, like all the energy and stuff, it's not actually coming through you. And I can feel that you already have been connecting with the higher powers, or however you would like to call it. I feel a connection with source starting to happen very naturally. I'm seeing you in nature a lot, surrounded by trees, being at your absolute most peaceful. And this is the energy that is really suited to you, and it's your source of power. That's how you turn yourself on, and that's how you're able to actually bring more value to people, and bring them something that they can use in terms of their own ascension. I'm getting a sense of some feelings being stuck inside of you though as well. Maybe more like of a mental construct than anything emotional, but this is all very much linked in anyways. I'm picking up on a feeling of some sort of anger lingering. As if you would like justice for yourself, you know? But it just seems like you're really feeling self-righteous, and it's not helping you in your progression to move into your High Priestess vibes, you know? It's still very much linked to this sort of a aggression inside of you, and on it keeps on happening that you're facing the same sort of thoughts, you're facing the same sort of struggles perhaps, and this is your loop that's happening, you know? So it's difficult to get out of it. So in a way, to be able to escape or leave behind this feeling of maybe even perhaps you're a little bit better than everyone else, but there is a certain emotion here, some sort of smugness, pride, that's keeping you from actually stepping fully into your High Priestess power, sort of selfless energy. And yes, and again, it like karmically, it keeps on returning back to you and keeps on stabbing you in your back, you know? It's all this heaviness that's lingering inside your mind, inside your body perhaps. So maybe just try to see what's going on there, you know? Try to keep an open eye on this, bring some awareness into your emotions, and try not to react to situations, but rather see them as they are, and know that every reaction has another reaction, you know? So it's like this loop that keeps on repeating itself. Just remember that you are the one that can break the cycle purely by being aware of what's happening in your mind. What are your thoughts expressing in that very moment? And know where it's coming from, you know? So maybe it's coming from your past childhood. I'm seeing something around the age of 5, 6, something like this. Maybe this is a specific message for someone, but there is definitely a little boy, maybe around age 7 or 8, in the fields, and it just seems like they did something to you, and that's keeping inside with you still so far, keeping you in this energy of needing to prove yourself quite a lot, and thinking that you need to really protect your energy, and that not everyone deserves your love, your attention, your advice, you know? So just remember that you are not better than everyone else. This sounds so it sounds so shitty, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's not that everyone is amazing, you know? So just knowing, being in that sort of a humbler energy might do you really good. But again, you know, it's just how life has shaped us. There's nothing wrong with that either. It's just this sort of self-preservation sort of programming that we've got going on. But I feel like there's definitely some sort of a beauty that's coming out of all of this, because you've known how to bring in some sort of inner resilience, and you've known how to take care of yourself, or you're getting to know that now. And I would say that something is shaping for you very beautifully, maybe in your career, maybe in your material life right now. I keep on feeling the sense of home. So maybe finally you're able to feel at home within yourself, by not running away from yourself so much anymore. And that brings in this huge sort of feeling of peace and stability, steadiness, you know? So I think this might start to, if it's not already, become noticeable in your physical life as well. It just seems like you've gotten the hang of how to manifest for yourself, you know, quite effortlessly actually. But maybe you're noticing that the more you spend time in the energies of the High Priestess, the more you're able to manifest really easily. So yeah, this would be your insight into your situation or whatever is happening in your life right now. And here I would like to actually pull out a clarification card for justice, just to make sure that we're on the right page here for you. So can I have a clarification for justice, please? Understanding. And one more, possibilities. So again, here I would definitely say that the understanding would be coming with this sort of awareness again, that, you know, you're the one keeping yourself in the mental construct. So bringing the awareness in will definitely free you from feeling like you're under this heavy load of your emotions or your thoughts, or maybe even manifesting these sort of situations in your life. And it just feels again like there is some sort of a passionate self coming through, you know. There's this desire to be going out and doing a lot of things, and maybe even like trying out stuff with different people, but yeah, there is this sort of a elevation above others happening here. And I think it's useful to be able to maybe come down to earth sometimes, and just pause a little bit before you're jumping into new situations, maybe new relationships and stuff like this. Be careful about who you're doing business with, and just remember to make your decisions out of the place of the High Priestess. So be as connected with the divine, with the source as possible before you make any sort of choices in your life, and those will be the pure and right choices, not coming from your ego, but rather from, you know, something up there, something above, the spirit. Okay, so we're gonna go into the Light Seers Tarot, and we're gonna get some guidance from spirit for you to know what you need to do next, where to go. Well, I had a bunch of cards literally just flopping out. So no, you're gonna go back in there, sorry. There is a card that remained, so I'm just gonna put this over here. We have 3 of Cups. Seems like the right side over here, that's very cuppy for you. And another one just fell out, and I know it's not my cold hands that are making me do this. We have the Wheel. What other messages would the Spirit have for you? What do you need to know? How to move into the new era of your life, how to move past your sort of mental constructs. We have 9 of Swords, Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Let's pull one more card. Number 13, Death and Rebirth. Whew. Okay, so I actually got chills right now. It just feels like this entire reading, beginning from over here, is just culminating into this. And it's exactly what we've been talking about. I'm going to try to put this over here so you see what I'm talking about. Sometimes I'm really bad with putting this in the frame of the camera so people actually can't see it, but I hope you can. Death and Rebirth. What a powerful picture. Oh my goodness me. And something is just telling me straight away to go with telling you that, you know, just a general knowing of the fact that we are the universe, that you are so connected with everything around you. And so many times what we do is, you know, even with the High Priestess and stuff, we think that we have to ascend and connect to something outside of ourselves, something higher. But actually, it's to do with needing to realize that you are all around you. You're not needing to connect with something outside of you. You just need to connect with you in everything, you know? And this is your divine power. It's got nothing to do so much with any sort of gods or divinities or anything like that. You are that. You are everything. And I feel like this is where I just keep on seeing you in a forest, because that's where you feel most connected. That's where you feel like you are one with nature. You're everywhere. Like you're in that body at that time, but at the same time, you're like someplace on a completely different side of the planet, in a different forest, and feeling all the trees. And it's just, yeah, it's just like that. I'm going off on one here. Yeah, basically huge change happening with you right now. Just allow it to happen very gracefully. Just relax, you know. There's this sort of a feeling here to keep on bonding with people, keep on connecting with people. I keep on feeling some sort of symbolism there. Be wary of symbolism in your life. Be careful about the any sort of ancient symbols that are coming into your life, especially with the sign of 3. Again, I'm getting goosebumps because there is this sort of idea of 3 witches coming together, and I've been noticing this in my life as well very strongly. Basically, what's happening is the power of 3 coming together. So maybe you already are in this sort of community where there's, including you, 3 very powerful figures in your life. So just keep on thinking that in that direction, and maybe bring all 3 of you a little bit closer, because some magic is about to happen. That's where a lot of the change lies. And the change that's coming to you are already happening right now. It's been, you've been waiting for this to happen for quite some time. So it might also be that you're entering your Saturn return. This could be quite a difficult period for you, but I feel like you're already on the end side of all of this. And there's still some remains there of like your thoughts, some sort of negativity, negative way of thinking, negative programming that's stopping you. But it just feels like, you know, that they've got no power to actually touch you. And you know that they actually are a blessing in disguise, because they're giving you this fuel that you need for transformation. Because if you were absolutely, you know, jolly and absolutely fine, feeling amazing, then you wouldn't have this sort of a desire to go and do something different, to go and explore outside of your comfort zone, to make sure that you change, that you heal from your wounds, and that you realize that your thoughts have no power over you. And here I'm going to bring in this energy of the Fool, because even though, okay, well, they're walking off a cliff basically, and it feels like quite a scary thing to a normal human being, but the way they're going for it is like, I know I'm completely divinely guided and supported by the universe. And even if there is some sort of chaos coming my way, some sort of pain and hurt, I'll be perfectly fine, you know. This has got no control over me and my life any time. And I feel like this is where the spirit is trying to tell you to just raise up your gaze, look up, chin up, and realize that you're the only person that's keeping yourself in a cage. You're the only person that's allowing your thoughts to affect you, and maybe even, you know, subconsciously bring in situations that you're not very happy about. So just keep on realizing that you hold the power. Grab hold of that stick of your ruling wand, and just keep on flowing with life in that sort of a way, you know. And again, I'm just going to be focusing here on the color yellow. It just feels like there is this new chapter that's coming your way of you really stepping fully into your power, with like a big smile on your face. That's what I'm seeing right now. And so much grace and so much, so much power in the way that even though there are ups and there are downs, you still know that you still take it very gracefully, because you know that there are going to be ups and there are going to be downs, but you're perfectly aware of that, you're perfectly fine with that. And as soon as you're down, you know that you're going to be up very soon again. And it's just this dance of life, this full circle of life, that you seem to accept as like a norm now, you know. It's like, it's fine, yeah, I can be down, that's perfectly fine, but it's not going to completely seduce me, and it's not going to completely suffocate me, you know. So yeah, just start exercising your power, have a playful attitude towards it, see where it can lead you. And yeah, and it just feels like, again, you have so many gifts to share with the world. And soon it feels like this inner power, this inner creative energy might start pouring out into the real world. And I can just see you like giving so much to people without even realizing it, you know. It's just, that's your superpower. You're just there, you're just being you, and just effortlessly manifesting whatever is occurring inside of your mind. It's like, oh my goodness me, the next day it's there, bam, you know. So yeah, and it's just again such a beautiful culmination to the final card, Death and Rebirth. You have gone through death, or you are at the end part of it, and this beautiful rebirth is waiting for you, or it has already begun. It just feels like everything is so linked in together that you probably have been feeling like you've been dying over and over again and rebirthing over and over again, all at the same time. Completely possible. It could have been happening for years, for all you know. But it just feels like there is no clear death and there is no clear rebirth, but it's just these mini cycles that keep on repeating themselves, you know, ups and downs. And before you know it, you look back like a year ago and realize you're a completely different person and you have upgraded so much, even though you still have bad times. And that's it, that's life. And that's how it's going to be. And it's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, these are the messages from your spirit about how to move forward, perhaps, you know. Just keep on connecting with people, keep on finding your own purpose, especially in symbolism and numbers. Keep on creating with people, and just know that your thoughts, they do not hold any power over you. Keep your chin up, my friend. And just keep on doing. Just keep on doing. Let all this creativity just flow out of you, and you are absolutely pure light. You're lighting yourself ablaze there, so amazing. There's going to be a few final messages here from Work Your Light Oracle cards. I love this way to conclude the reading because they're such powerful messages that feel like they are downloaded straight from the purest of energies in the universe. So here, take a break. That's such a lovely message. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to put it here. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So maybe you've been trying a little bit too hard, my friend, to like push things forward and do stuff for you and for your financial abundance, for your ascension. Maybe it's time to just take a breather. Keepers of the earth, you're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. And this is just you being in your high priestess energy, you know. You're already feeling the support, you're already feeling the guidance. And again, it just feels like you have such a strong connection with the earth. So keep on treasuring that. Maybe a little bit less work, more walks. What is it that fills your heart? That fills your soul, you know? What is it that lights you up, that lights you on fire? Maybe focus a little bit more on that. And here we go, we have Soul Family. I'm going to put this right above Three of Cups, a beautiful card of harmony. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And this sort of ascension that's happening right now, we're not supposed to get it done on our own, you know, it's happening together. So if you would like to step more into your higher self, remember that you can do that by connecting with others, especially your soul tribe that is already in your life. It's already in your family. So keep on doing that, keep on doing you. And this is your reading, very positive one. So thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe. And leave a comment down below telling me how did this resonate with you. Maybe even which deity do you feel mostly connected to? Maybe someone that you would like to bring into your life a little bit more. Yeah, and that's it from me. So thank you so much and bye-bye. Hello there, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen Clear Quartz and the card Pyramid of Light. Step your vibration deeper into love. Well, already we have a nice advice here. So our main question for today would be how to get into this heavy energy of feeling stuck, maybe stagnant, something occurring in your life, something stirring up. So how to get a deeper insight into this situation, and maybe we're looking for questions. We're looking for answers here from your spirit guides to basically show you how to move away from the heavier energies and step into your higher selves in a way. So we're going to pull this card on the side. By the way, you have a beautiful symbol here, Eye of Horus. Okay, again, I've shared with the previous group how difficult it is for me to actually get this right and show it to the camera. Somehow I don't seem to be getting this right, but hopefully it's there and you can see it. Eye of Horus. It might be something that resonates with you quite a lot. I love working with Isis Oracle cards. I'm just so connected with them. Any sort of ancient Egypt mythology and all that sort of stuff. So I'm guessing and hoping that you are too. Welcome. So we're going to continue here. I pre-shuffled the cards, laid them out already, so they're waiting for us to be exposed. So we have Mountain. First of all, we're just tuning in with the general energies here, just like a quick checkup to see if these are your energies. If they don't resonate, maybe this pile is not for you. In your case, I would check out some other piles. We have the wheel here. This is from our Muse Tarot. Maybe I put it here so it's clearer. And then we also have Osho Tarot, and this one is Stress. Okay, let's tune into it. So the general feeling that's happening here, I would say that maybe recently you've been tested by this huge change in your life, you know, and maybe sometimes it feels like it's not exactly fair. Maybe you've been going through a lot of different situations over and over and over again, and it just seems like there's no end to it, and you're just asking yourself, I mean, come on, universe, you know, like, I've been a very good girl or a boy or whatever, and I would really like this to finish. But somehow it just keeps on happening. You keep on having to learn your lessons. But also, maybe if you turn your perspective around a little bit, you know deep inside that it's made you really resilient and strong. However, maybe to the point where you've started numbing your emotions and hiding your heart a little bit, you know? So again, here we have Pyramid of Light urging you to step deeper into love. So again, I'm getting a really big feeling here with heart chakra, even though we had clear quartz, we didn't have rose quartz. This one is more connected with heart chakra. That was pile 1 stone. But at the same time, I feel like this is a very much connecting with your heart space sort of a reading already. So if you feel like you're that sort of a person for sure, that's a little bit hardened and very vulnerable on the inside, maybe even quite wounded on the inside, and you feel like you're needing to crack your heart open a little bit to let people in, then this is your reading. And again, it just feels like, you know, life changes that have been occurring right now, the heavier energies that are happening right now, it feels like it's been causing you a lot of stress. It just feels like no matter what you do, you're just not doing it right, or something just happens that completely stresses you out and maybe even like demolishes all that you've worked for, you know? It just feels like you just can't get it right. And it's frustrating, it's annoying, and I really feel you, you know? I've been struggling with these things a lot of the times too. I'm just gonna switch these about a little bit. We have Orphan here. Now this is the Past Lives Oracle cards. They're very powerful in a way that they show us the same patterns that we're repeating throughout our lifetimes. And the one that's sticking out for you right now, the one that's kind of made you close your heart space down, and this is not the first time that's happened, you know, it keeps on happening and happening again. Basically, it's quite a clear message that perhaps you have some sort of abandonment issues, maybe even from past life as an orphan. and just this sort of idea that you feel like you cannot trust people because you will be betrayed, you will be left behind. So it's made it very difficult for you to open up to people. Or maybe you have found a way to open up, but you cannot fully do it, you know? And it just feels like if we jump onto the Dreamtime creation card here, literally one of my favorite cards. It's so colorful. It just feels like, oh, I'm getting goosebumps right now because it feels like there's so much beauty in your heart and in your being, yet somehow you're dulling it down by keeping yourself closed off. And when you're keeping your heart space closed off like that, it also happens with all this creation, all this beauty and color inside of you doesn't have a way to come out and shine fully into the world, you know? But I am getting something here. It feels like recently you've been letting stuff out. There's a lot more creation happening inside of you and it's been bursting out of you. It's like you cannot contain it anymore. And all this creative power, it's starting to come out. And it could be your way of not so much escaping from the stress that these huge changes are bringing to you, but it's more to do with the fact that I've completely lost my train of thought there. That happens quite a bit sometimes, especially when the spirit is trying to take me someplace completely else. When I say spirit, I actually mean Huru. He is my guiding force in all of this. It's the entity that I connect to the most. And he keeps on throwing some stuff at me sometimes. So just to take it a little bit easier here, basically, there's already some beautiful creativity coming out of you and you are starting to release your fragrance, just like this beautiful, unique flower. So just keep on continue doing that because that is your way of penetrating that wall that you've built up around your heart. So yeah, we're going to put these up. So if this is your general energy, if you feel quite connected to it, then stay tuned. We're going to continue with the reading. So right now I'm going to bring in my Tarot Waits tarot cards. What did I say? My Rider Waits tarot cards. Here we go. And we're basically going to be doing a sort of a general insight into your situation right now, into these heavier energies in your life. How are they expressing themselves? Just to get a bigger insight into how we can transform this into something more positive, or maybe for you to be able to step into your higher self a little bit more. Of course, we'll be asking your spirit guides to help us along with that. But before we do that, we have our first card of the inside of your current situation. We have Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is quite a big one actually today. Or today in general, recently actually. Yeah. Ace of Swords. We have Death here, Ace of Swords. And then we have Strength. Well, isn't that wonderful? Here it is, but we'll get to that in a second. I kind of want to pull two more cards here. We have Three of Pentacles. Oh, wow, okay. Same one as before. In pile one, we had this card, Queen of Pentacles, pop out at exactly the same space. It might be worthwhile seeing the other pile as well, if you feel called to. If not, it's best to just stick to one, otherwise you get way too confused. Okay, so let's dive straight into this one. I actually want to skip onto the Strength card and bring you into the fact that strength for you might look a lot different right now than what it's going to look like very soon. It feels like you're going through this change right now. Again, death, rebirth. This is a big theme in people's lives right now. There's such a big shift happening universally. Spiritual ascensions and all that sort of stuff. That basically, maybe in the past, how strength looked like for you was literally like the image of a mountain, you know, impenetrable, solitary as well. And yeah, just very uninviting, you know. In terms of now, I feel like something is shifting inside of you. You've been going through some difficult times, and any sort of inauthentic ways of being, of thinking, of speaking, of relating to people is dying off right now, you know, it's leaving you for good. And you're feeling a little bit more vulnerability coming in. You're feeling a little bit more exposed to the world, you know. There's this new beginning that's happening, this new light coming in. And it feels like strength for you is turning out to be this beautiful radiating energy. I keep on seeing just a lot of sunshine, literally like radiating from your belly, from your solar plexus chakra. And you're realizing that actually the answer to strength is not to close yourself off and be in this sort of gray energy and like not belittling yourself, but making yourself smaller, a little bit more invisible. It's actually about shining so bright, but so gently at the same time, you know, but just being yourself, like you've got nothing else to prove to anyone. Again, it's so beautiful here. It really pulled me in. You've got the mountain here. And this has been your focus so far, like this is you. And then you have the mountain that's so far away. It's like you've let go of all these ways of thinking you have to be super strong and impenetrable and, you know, no one can get to me. And now it's like, actually, I'm open, I'm radiant, I'm so gentle in my strength, and I let people in. And even if people will hurt me, I still trust that it's for me to learn something from that, you know, like, you know, that it cannot hurt you because people are not trying to hurt you. You understand the fact that they're just, they're doing their best. They're doing their best for themselves. And sometimes, you know, that hurts other people. And you're understanding so much more about life and your own hurts as well, maybe from childhood as well. Maybe addressing your abandonment issues if there are any. But yeah, just realizing that actually you can tame the lion with your love, you know. And I always look at this strength as an absolute perfect example of the power of love. What power love has when it comes to dealing with anything that's either aggressive or dangerous or anything like that, you know. It feels like love prevails, and that, my friend, is your ticket to living your life the way you were supposed to live. It just feels like sometimes any sort of issues, any sort of wounds that happen to us, sometimes we might ask ourselves, like, why is this happening to me? It's just so unfair. I keep on getting hurt, I keep on getting abandoned. But actually, life puts us these situations to bring us closer to where we need to be. And it feels like a big part of your purpose on this planet is literally to step into your heart and to be able to open it up despite all the wounding that's happened to you, and then show to others and teach them how that's possible for them as well. Yeah, and there is this sort of a feeling of, after this death has passed, you are moving forward. There is a sort of a motion in the direction of opening up your heart, feeling your emotions fully, and definitely being able to manage them in a way that you're controlling your thoughts as well, you know. And I'm just seeing so much awareness that's happening right now, maybe through past hurt, but it's brought you to a path now where you are becoming so aware of your emotions, of your wounding, and this is starting to show in your life as well. You might have been feeling a lot more harmony in terms of as well, like home life or career-wise or something like this. It feels like something is coming together, and you might have been working towards them for so long, and there's something that you're working on very much, but at the same time you just feel like it's kind of happening already. You don't have to do much for it. There's so much care and love that's going into maybe a project of yours or something like this. But I feel like this is the whole humanity that's, you know, benefiting from it right now, because it just feels like the way you're expressing your gentleness recently as your strength It feels like it's your displaying of love to the entire humanity, you know, learning how to love everyone, not make any exceptions, and just be this sort of a symbol for compassion. I just keep on seeing this. Deep peace inside of you as well. If this has not started for you already, then it's about to happen. And it's a beautiful journey that you're on. So if you're still at the beginning parts of your journey, do not stress too much. I know that things might get really overwhelming, but no, it's all for a higher cause. It's taking you places. Basically, it's taking me to your own pyramid of life, of light. You're stepping your vibration deeper into love. It's such a beautiful process. So yes, embrace the change. Don't fear. Don't run away from it. This is happening exactly as it was supposed to be happening. So right now I'm going to bring in the Light Seers Tarot. Maybe just to clarify some of the cards here and give you some advice. We're asking for your spirit guides to give you some advice about how to move forward. Oh, wow. I actually felt love rise up my arms into my heart. I don't know how that's possible. It felt like it just came straight from the card into me. So we have 10 of Cups right over here. Beautiful image. I'm being pulled to... Oh my God, wow. Oh. I don't know if you're feeling emotions. I'm definitely feeling a lot of emotions right now. We have the Sun, this beautiful, blissful energy, just absolute happiness. 2 of Cups. Oh my goodness me. Right, I need to stop here because I can't keep on going like this. Wow, you have a very, very positive stuff coming to you. I think the messages from your spirit guides are literally telling you, like, look at this. You have 2 of Cups, partnership. Look at this beautiful magic going into these 2 different cups, but at the same time they're so full, and they're so full on their own, and they're so beautiful together. I think there is some sort of a partnership happening in your life. Maybe even business partnership, I'm not sure, but there's so much love. It's instigating love inside of you. It's showing you how to love someone. It's showing you how to love yourself and how to love the world. And I feel strongly that actually this might be a person coming into your life if you've not met them already, but it's quite recent. And they're literally like opening you up so amazingly. You're like bursting with energy, and there is this beautiful radiating sun that I've been speaking about before, and you're still so gentle in your beauty and expression, and oh my goodness me. Oh, I can just see, this is you, literally, the sun, this is you. And we have 10 of Cups, this beautiful feeling of completion, this beautiful feeling of being fulfilled emotionally, you know. I feel like this is where your life is coming to right now, and I feel like your spirit guides are telling you just to open up your heart, because this is what is going to happen, you know. This is what's going to happen when you open up your heart. There's something so beautiful waiting for you. You have never experienced love, satisfaction, contentment like this before. So I'm absolutely thrilled for you. Oh, I don't think I've ever had such a positive reading before, and I'm just talking about these 3 cards because the way they make me feel is just amazing. Holy smokes, you have strength again. Oh my God. And it's so amazing because we have this progression here. We have mountain strength, you know, this whole idea of what strength should be like or whatever, maybe according to patriarchy, but we're way past that. And in this new era, we've got strength coming up as this beautiful, gentle soul, being able to be vulnerable, yet so resilient within themselves because they know their shit, you know? They know how to calm themselves down. They know how to parent themselves. They know how to give that love to themselves and also to everyone else. And it's so funny that we went through from a mountain, then we went to a lion, and now we're going to this beautiful little lamb. So this is exactly what I've been talking about. Remember that your strength is actually your inner strength, your resilience, and your love that you give to yourself and others. That is your strength, and this is your purpose. My gosh almighty, the Empress. Oh wow, I want this reading too. It's amazing. So we have the Empress, and look again, it's this beautiful connection with Mother Earth, and there's so much abundance, and I'm actually feeling like I'm seeing kids here, you know, and this partnership. So I do have a strong feeling that there is a partnership and family coming into your life. You know, we have this abundance here, we have fertility, full moon and everything, and I just feel like the way you'll know how to give that love to yourself first of all, then to your partner, to your kids, this is how you give that same love to the world around you. And again, no exceptions made. And I'm going to pull one more card here. You're entering such a beautiful stage in your life. We do have Nine of Swords, however. And this is maybe sometimes you feel like you're not deserving of all of this. This is something that might be keeping you back, and it's linking in with this sort of mental torture that you've got going on around abandonment issues. Maybe the fact that you're not good enough, you're not deserving of this. So just a very clear message here: be wary of your thoughts and see that they do not touch you. They cannot touch you. Learn how to control your mind. You have sword over here. That's a very mental energy. And you can see that the hand is grabbing the sword very tight. It's like, listen up, thoughts. Like, I've got you under control. You cannot control me, you know? So any sort of practices of concentration, such as meditation, will help you to be able to not identify with your thoughts. And by not identifying with your thoughts, you're actually able to just have that awareness around them and just see what sort of stories, what sorts of wounding is expressing itself through you. And once you're aware of that, it's got no power over you whatsoever. They're just thoughts. It's just programming. It's just old wounds coming up. So don't listen to it. It's not that important. It's been playing over and over again, and it's time for it to die, literally. And here we have the Fool. Beautiful new beginnings coming your way. And again, it's such a positive reading here. And I can feel that excitement inside of you. And yes, it's a very exciting new chapter, and you're stepping into lighter energies here. And it's already happening. There's not much that you have to do about that. Just make sure that you're not letting your thoughts control you, you know. Yes, feel your wounding, but don't listen to it. It's just there's just past memories, you know. Love it. Give it that love that you give to your partner, to yourself, to this little lamb. Give that love to your wounding as well, because it's your inner child literally just asking for some love and acceptance. I'm being called to pull one more card. Justice. Okay, interesting. And an explanation that follows this. Inner voice. Okay, what do we have here? So basically just know that whatever is happening to you right now, it's going to be balanced out, you know? Listen to your inner voice. It's literally going to be bringing you into this perfect balance. I keep on seeing yin and yang in these situations, in these cards, even though there's no such thing around here. But I keep on seeing this symbol somehow engraved in all of this. So just know that balance is happening in the universe on a bigger scale. All the suffering that you've been going through, all the mental torture or whatever, it's literally all balancing out now with the next phase of your life, which is going to be very positive, very bright, and you know, just drape yourself in yellow or something. I feel like that's your color. Rainbows and yellow, and that is your color. Like, oh my gosh, it's all just rainbows here. But yeah, I'm very excited for you. And I also have a few messages here for you, Work Your Light Oracle cards. Now these messages are absolute pure pure light, waiting to, you know, hit someone with all their beauty, basically. Share your voice. Now this card has been popping up a lot recently. when I've been doing short readings for the collective. And this is where, when you're starting to feel your power arising, you're starting to feel this strength stepping into the love, you're going to feel like there is a strong container holding you to be able to literally be who you are and just share your voice, you know. And here it says, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. So yes, this is a time of your throat chakra to open up and be able to just share your truth with the world, share your experiences, share your world, tell your stories. The world really needs your unique voice right now. Even though you might have fears surrounding this, just know that you're not alone. And we really need you right now. You know, you are good enough. You have so much to share. Please share. You will encourage others to do the same, basically. And let's pull one more card. A nice, beautiful, positive card to conclude this reading with. Okay, so we have one more and then one more. This card is bringing out boundaries. And then we have deep replenishment. There we go. So your spirit guys are trying to tell you to stop a little bit. Maybe you've been giving a little bit too much. Establish some boundaries. Say no to situations that really drain you, and bring all that energy back inside of you. You know, you do not have to give love, give yourself to everyone that asks for it. Some people are energy vampires, you know, they keep on taking and taking. So just see what kind of situations, which sort of relationships in your life are taking away energy from you right now, and step into your own sacred space, retreat, rest, be held, and just replenish yourself, because otherwise you will not be able to give, you know. And the world relies on you to, again, share your voice, to give your love, but you have to give that to yourself first. So yeah, these are the messages from your spirit guides, how to move forward. I really hope that this reading has resonated, that it inspired you to make a change in your life, or just to let things happen and evolve naturally. I'm really happy that you are here. And thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and I will see you again in the next reading. Thank you so much. Welcome, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. This is Hello there, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So you have chosen moss agate with Reiki symbols, beautiful piece of stone, and you have chosen Divine Destiny, Path of the Divine Warrior. So this first card is from Isis Oracle. Beautiful, beautiful deck of cards that I feel most connected to. They're actually my personal favorite when it comes to daily messages. And yeah, straight up, we're just gonna dive into it. Path of the Divine Warrior. It just feels like we have Isis here, winged Isis, with all her power, glory, and might, and all her feminine, beautiful energy, yet so much strength, so much wisdom, and a clear path ahead of her. So straight up, I'm just getting this feeling that you know that you're here to do something amazing. You know that you're here to bring light to people. And you feel like you have so much strength inside of you, and it's true. You are literally the symbol for resilience, it feels like. That's how I'm perceiving this and getting the vibes from this card right now. Let's just check in with your cards. It's like a general sort of check-in to see if this pile is your pile. If you connect with these energies, then yes, please listen on. If not, maybe some different pile is for you. I've already pre-shuffled the cards and I've selected them based on my intuition. So we have Wind Activation. Then we have a beautiful past life card to do with Atlantis. From the Muse Tarot, we have 10 of Voices. And then we have Postponement from Osho deck. Okay, let's bring these a little bit more here. I hope they're all in the camera or in the, I don't know the word for it. We'll just pretend that never happened. So basically we have straight away Wind Activation. So basically, I'm doing this reading, as I said before, because there are some heavier energies happening right now, and a lot of us are feeling the shift. There's some sort of inner transformation occurring right now, and it can be quite jarring. It can be quite uncomfortable to deal with, and it just feels like something like this is happening in your life as well. That's probably why you've been called to this pile. I'm going to bring this card of postponement and bring it right here, because you've got activation versus postponement here. And I feel like all these changes occurring in your life right now are trying to literally flick you into this new way of being, you know, connecting more with your higher self, with your deep power. But for that, you really have to get out of this waiting game. It feels like you've been waiting for something to shift for so long that you're actually failing to notice that it's already happening, but the universe won't do everything for you. You really have to sometimes kick your own butt, sorry to say it that way, and get a move on, you know. And maybe you've been feeling really disappointed within yourself that you've not been taking action as much as you would like to. This is your message that now is the time. You really have to, first of all, tune in with this divine warrior sort of power. It feels like there's so much focus there's so much determination, and just see where you would like to go. Where is your soul taking you to go into? And once you decide, that's it, you know. It's like then everything else aligns and just literally you flow with life. And here you can see there's this beautiful picture in the future that this person is looking at, and they're existing in this gray area and just looking at it from afar, questioning, you know, like asking themselves, when is this going to happen for me? Why isn't it happening just yet? But the thing is, it actually is. But because you're placing so much focus on something in the future, you're missing out on the fact that your life is not gray. It's exactly this picture, but if only you would see it as that, you know? So just be a little bit more in the present moment and realize that it's not about the end destination. It's about maybe becoming the person that you want to be on a daily basis by asking yourself, how would you live in a normal life? When would you wake up? What would you do? How would you move through life? Which sort of a job would you have, you know? And this is the great indication of where you're needing to be. And just work on your everyday, improving yourself a little by little every single day without getting too lost in the future, getting too lost in a sort of a goal that you're trying to attain. I'm getting a feeling here that you are quite linked to Atlantis. So, you know, in Atlantis, who lived there were like really highly vibrational beings, and it was a really beautiful place to live. I've got this Palo Santo really coming into my throat here. Apologies. However, the fact that I'm feeling so rusty right now, maybe there is something inside of you really magical that you're not able to express just yet. Maybe there's some sort of fear of being judged, especially when it comes to feeling this magic inside of you. You feel like that you might be way too woo-woo for people around you if you let that out. But actually, people are so perceptive for this right now. And they might look at you funny, but actually everybody wants to be as magical. So when you're being fully yourself, you're stepping into your higher power, higher self, magical self. You're giving others permission to do that too. And stop existing in this mundane gray life, but actually bring all these beautiful colors and rainbows and sparks in an everyday life. Yeah. And we have 10 of voices over here. And it just feels like maybe be careful about what's in your head, what's in your mind. It feels like these two cards link in pretty well as well, because it's like you're talking yourself out of this sort of activation that's trying to push you forward. You're using your mind as excuses. There's so many excuses in your head and so many like so much torture happening there, you know. You're literally bombarding yourself with your own thoughts and keeping yourself back, and you're not able to progress in that sort of a way. So be careful of your thoughts and just know that they don't have any power over you. Yeah, so we're gonna jump into our tarot cards. If this is your pile, please stay on this reading. If not, maybe I'll see you in a different one. We're going to tune in with Rider-Waite's cards. These have been shuffled, but I'm just doing them again just to get a sort of a intuitive calling for which card to pull. So we have 9 of Pentacles. We're looking into your current situation, maybe getting a deeper insight about what's happening with your life right now, what's happening with you. We have Page of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. I actually have been called to pull this one. We have 7 of Pentacles. We've got very earthy energies coming through here. Yes, and again, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, dear friend. I thought this was going to be a pentacle as well. We've got Knight of Cups and 2 for 6 cards. That's enough for now. Okay, let's have a look at what's happening with your life right now. It feels like you're very heavily focused on your material possessions, on your career, on your home life. I feel like you're feeling quite stable in your environment right now, in your surroundings. Quite abundant. Sometimes maybe feeling a bit dissatisfied, maybe feeling like you've done it all, you know, you've got it all. There's so much pride linked to it. But the change that's happening right now might actually be some sort of doubts that are being introduced in you in, you know, forms of thoughts. You're starting to look at your life, especially career, or maybe even your values surrounding any sort of material possessions or staying in one place, having a home, you're starting to look at it from a different perspective recently, and that might be stirring up something inside of you. But it feels like what life is trying to do right now is bring you a little bit more into your emotions, your emotional world. Maybe they're trying to remind you that actually there is a new way possible for you, and a completely new level of satisfaction. And it's not so much external satisfaction with life, but it's like really deep in inner contentment with a rich emotional world. And it just feels like what I'm really getting at here, and I feel like this could be quite a specific message for a few of you, or just one of you, I'm not sure, but that's how I'm seeing it. It just feels like you've got something, so much love inside of yourself, and you really want someone to share this with. And even your thoughts or something like this, it just feels like there is a desire for some sort of community, or maybe even family, a partner. It just feels like there's a lot of solitude in your life right now, and maybe that is something that you're really trying to move away from. And feeling unfulfilled by the fact that you have been isolating yourself a little bit too much recently. Maybe even while building your riches and stuff, you know, that you've prioritized one area of your life and you've forgotten about the other area, and now it's really hitting you. Yeah, I would like to get some clarifications here. Let's bring out, what is this energy about? What is this solitude all about? What do we need to know here, Spirit? Possibilities. One more, please. And trust. One more, please. And control. Right, so it feels like you know that you have the possibilities for whatever you kind of choose in your life. But there is something that's keeping you away from everyone, and it could be something to do with control. It's like you're really careful about who you're letting in, or you might have a bit of a, how should we put it? Strange effect on people, or you have had strange effect on people so far. Maybe you're trying to control them a little bit too much, or you're trying to control your situations a little bit too much. I'm getting some sort of perfectionism there. And this desire to keep things in control, it's stemming from fear of letting go. It's stemming from fear of losing control, of basically life happening so quickly that you're just like, you don't know what's happening, and it's just complete chaos. But I think what's trying to happen here is your spirit is trying to tell you that just have trust and just go for it, you know. Whatever feels most inviting for you, let's say possibility of a new relationship or a new business venture, but I don't think that's about that right now. I think it's about relationships. Whichever one attracts you the most, whichever one feels more like sunshine to you, makes you warm up, makes you glow up inside, opens up your heart, that is the person or the venture to go with, you know. Right now it's time to be tuning a little bit more into your heart and just finding opportunities for it to open up, and for you to start living from your heart rather than your mind, and focusing so much on your external pleasures or your external stability and safety. It's time for something new. It's time for maybe someone who is quite different to who you would usually go for, but they will really bring you to next levels of being, into this wholesome sort of experience of life, of who you are and who you can be. Okay, so we're going to put these up here, and I'm going to bring in our Light Seers Tarot. A little bit more. There we go. Just to get some general guidance from your spirit guides about where to go next, how to pass these heavier energies behind, and how to navigate the shifts that are happening, the feelings of stuckness, stagnation, like how to move forward. So Spirit, how to move forward from this situation into a lighter, more loving version of yourself. We have the Fool. Well, again, they're telling us that yes, this is the new beginning. It's time to literally jump into the unknown, go into it with a lot of trust and a lot of lightheartedness. And again, here we have the Wheel again. We have change coming your way very strongly. And the best way to go about this is just relax into it, you know? Don't try to stop it. Don't try to stop becoming who you are supposed to be. Just to release this control that you've got going on. This is not going to help you here. Because life is trying to teach you right now as well that so much control is actually not good for you, because you're just giving the signals to the universe that you're really not trusting it. And you are really needing to trust the universe right now to just like step off this cliff and know that you will be completely fine. Because something new and exciting is coming your way. But for it to happen, you really just have to jump for it. Just go for it and trust that everything is going to be fine. We have Page of Cups over here. Interesting picture. And again, it's to do with your emotional world, you know? It's to do with the fact that you're quite new at this and you're not quite sure how to navigate it, but do let your heart be opened by that special someone. Four of Wands. So, and the fact is, I'm seeing them as someone quite full of life, someone quite playful, exciting. And do let yourself be taken astray by them, because they're going to really bring a lot of beauty into your life, and just your transformation is happening through them. Oh wow, okay. And it's feeling like it's not just to do with a partner, it feels like it's to do with your community as well. I feel like you've forgotten how to connect with people, or you've forgotten to connect with people in general, you know? Maybe it was to do with COVID, or I'm not sure, but it's time to put that aside now, because this new version of you is really trying to come through, and it will come through by you connecting with other people, creating communities, creating these soul families, maybe even I keep on feeling like creating something new with them, or going traveling and meeting people like that. And then we have Four of Cups. But do be careful about falling into the slump of because you have so many possibilities. I feel like you might be becoming quite discontent, or somehow you know, when you're just feeling like, oh well, I've got everything now and I don't quite know what to do. Like there's some sort of a boredom happening there. This could be some sort of a memory of the fact that you've tried so many things so far and different people, and you just feel dissatisfied in the end completely. But don't take this for granted. The fact is that some people are not going to fulfill you, but there is that one that comes in and it's just they're completely fabulous. But if you're staying in this energy of not being able to appreciate what you have, then you will be missing out on that special someone that comes into your life as well. So just keep your gaze wide open and stay as much in your gratitude vibration as possible. Don't feel so content, you know, like appreciate what you have, because you already have a lot and there's so much more coming your way. You just have to be able to see it and appreciate that rainbow coming into your life. And here we have the sun. What a beautiful energy right here in the end. This glowing, radiating sun. So many colors. So just remember that people are here to bring you into this newer version of yourself, for you to be able to glow fully. Because I feel like so far you've just been existing, you've not been living. And they're really bringing you a lot of joy and reviving this joyful energy inside of you. Creativity, dancing, smiling, laughing, you know, like I feel like they're just taking you from your gray picture into the beautiful, colorful picture here, just like in this card of postponement. You know, I feel like this is happening to you now, but only because you're starting to realize that it's already here, and you're noticing these colors in your life right now. They're not in the future, it's already happening. And just count your blessings for them, for every single little one outburst of color in your life, because it's really going to explode on a massive scale if you let it, you know. Okay, so we're going to conclude this reading with a few oracle cards. We've got Work Your Light oracle card coming up to you. Really beautiful way to conclude, because their messages are so positive and literally full of light. And talking of light, we have Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. And I feel like you're starting to realize that you're not just this 3D person that's here to make money and, you know, feel grounded and get a house, get a dog, and all that sort of stuff. You're here for a little bit more, you know, and you've been living in this mundane life, and now it's time for your vibration to really blossom and to shine and to vibrate so powerfully. I feel like you're in the process of becoming truly alive instead of just existing. And we have another one. We have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. And again, I feel like you are being guided, so you can definitely just learn how to trust and jump for it. This is the confirmation. You are being guided, and this is your path. You are on your path to basically become the light, you know, to get to where you need to be, to basically embody the energy of the sun, and inspire others, and just have a happy life instead of just getting by, you know, feeling really fulfilled and stuff. And I've got one more card wanting to come out. This is literally the best card here to finish this off with. It's the card of playing. This card is literally telling you to have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. And that's exactly it. This is the energy that life is inviting you to embody in 2023. Or whenever you're watching this, it is timeless, but you know, yeah, this is your chance to just step into this solar power and have fun, embody this, embody the inner child that's lurking inside of you, step out of the grayness of the mundane life, and become the bloody rainbow. So yeah, and this is it, basically. This is it from me. These are your messages. Thank you so much for watching this, for listening to me, for listening to your spirit guides. And if you liked it, please share, like, subscribe, and leave a comment below how this resonated with you. And I'm wishing you all the best. Have a nice little transition into your solar energy, and I'll be seeing you again in the next reading. Thank you so much. Bye bye.